Hello and welcome everyone to part 47 of the Iceni Let's Play for Total War Rome 2. We continue. During the intern phase, made a few little upgrades to a few buildings, converted a few things that needed to be converted before we whacked that big old intern button. And Sparta's bringing troops back. They are not letting the Gaetuli get away with taking Brundisium. I really hope the Gaetuli hold on to Brundisium, if I'm honest, because I want to be able to take it back from them without engaging in a war with Sparta just yet, because once I'm kind of done in Iberia and the North African coast in the west, I kind of want to just leave it at that for now and then push north and go through Germany, basically. I want to push through and defeat the Germanic tribes there, then sort of swing around onto the top of the Greek tribes and Thracia and things like that over here. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that for now. I'm not interested in killing you just yet. We'll focus on the Germans. The Gaetuli looks like, I don't know if that's an army or just a fleet. Kind of hesitant to say it's an army because it didn't actually jump onto the coast there. But they are bringing a lot of forces all over here, so I don't know if they'll actually, if the AI knows how to kind of consolidate armies into one, unless those are lots of little fleets. But they're bringing agents up to start hindering the enemy, although they're bringing that one back. But looks like it's all going to be kicking off in Brundisium very, very soon. So all I can say is I hope I can defeat the people I need to defeat before you know, Sparta and the Gaetuli go at it for too long, so then I can swoop in and take it from the Gaetuli. And this is what I was hoping would happen, that the enemy would actually come to me and attack me here. I've got the ballista, so it's going to make quite a bit of difference. They're attacking me again with those Numidian spearmen, which, you know, they're not very effective. Because I can just slice through them with my sword band, and I have plenty of sword band here. You know, now this isn't a chosen army, but it's enough. These guys are nicely veteraned. You know, a good majority of them have silver chevron veterancy. Some of them are going to be going up to gold chevron veterancy soon. Especially look at all those slingers; they're all at level 3 silver chevron. They'll be going up to gold very soon. They just need to get some kills in this battle. Plus I've got some heroic riders here, and I've actually got some defences. Now again, I'm just completely deployed in the wrong way down this hill here to be able to use the flaming balls, which just sucks because I've never had an ambush where I've been able to use my balls. And that sounds so wrong. But we get barricades, which is pretty cool. I like that. And yeah, I'm going to form back a little bit and let the enemy come to me. They're meant to be attacking me, so you know, why not? Got these barricades here. I'm not kind of sure what the best defensive strategy is to use for these right now. Just having a look at them, because obviously I haven't really had too many of these. These sharp stones are good, I guess, if they're charging in. I kind of want to make a choke point really, so I'm gonna see if I can focus the enemy coming in a choke point here in the middle, or something like that. And then we'll just put stakes up here. Just try and focus the enemy coming in on attacking this bit here. My flaming balls. They're not going to roll there. They might nudge forward a little bit, but there's the slopes pretty much right in front of them. Don't have the ballistas. Well, actually, I want to move all these defences forward. Oh, that's annoying that you can't take them all forward in one go. Okay, so we're going to push forward a little bit with these defences. Actually, I know what we can do. We can kind of just break up the enemy as they come towards us here with a barricade, sharp stones. Let's put some stakes. Then we'll have another barricade. Then the other sharp stones. I'm going to put them 2 ranks deep, and then another lot of stakes. And let's have my flaming balls. Let's have them. I don't know. We really can't do much with them. Let's just for. I mean, they're not going to roll back into me, although they probably will there. To be honest, let's just have my balls back here. I'm probably not going to be able to use them just because there's no real place on this on this map where I can use them. They're just on the slope. They're going to roll back. I don't want them necessarily to kill my own men. I don't know if I can sustain friendly fire from them, but I certainly don't want to find out in this battle. So we form it with a spear band there. We'll get these skirmishers just in front of them with obviously skirmish mode so they can pull back. And then I'm actually going to group these guys into 2 groups and have them out on my flanks here so that they're slightly protected by the spears so that they can't you know, get rolled over by cavalry if the enemy has any, but there's still plenty to hit them with. And I'm going to hide my cavalry over in the sort of the brush over there, and I'm actually going to hide my chariots in there too. They're going to work well. And then we have the ballista nicely at the back here. Let's roll. I'm up for that. And the enemy really does kind of all have to just come from the front in this battle. They can't deploy around my sides. I'm backed against the sea where I've landed. So it's just kind of which direction up here are the enemy reinforcements actually going to come from. This is an Iberian ballista. I'm honestly not sure if that makes any difference. You know, if it's an Iceni or Briton ballista to an Iberian one. Are there any different styles? Anyone noticed any differences in the different types of ballista? Because actually I only just realised the actual name was different. I assumed it would just be called the Briton ballista because I recruited it as the Briton faction, the Iceni. Oh, excuse me there. 'Tis an early morning recording this one, and I just have to break out a wee yawn. Haven't had my morning tea yet, so come on, wake up, Lionheart. There's a battle to be fought here. Anyway, so we can see my ballista, it's limited to this range here, so we're just going to let the enemy come towards us. I don't know where their reinforcements are coming in from. They had 1,000 or so, I think. We've got cavalry, obviously target. I'm going to be switching this into explosive round and whacking the quick reload on. Also, quick reload for all my slingers, just right clicking on it to make it go blue. That means that it'll automatically be triggered when the enemy's in range. At least that's how it should go, at least. In an ideal world. They're still not there. This is going to be really useful for breaking apart the enemy formation. Ideally, I'd like to clip the noble cavalry first, see if I can kill their general. That may not be possible, we'll have to see. And I still can't see where these reinforcements are coming in from. So for now, I'm just going to hold up, and I'm going to leave all my cavalry in here, because if they go against my defences here, I've got a perfect angle of attack. I can probably even run them through the woods a little bit, perhaps unseen, until like the last moment. Let's have a look at these ballistas here. They should be firing any moment now. In they come. Got more cavalry over on this side as well. And this is going to automatically fire. I'm going to let them have their first shot wherever they want, basically. As they come on in. And come with these really tall trees, the forests. Going up and up and up and up and up. The rain coming down. My chariot's hidden here, which would be good. They can actually have a wedge formation, which is interesting. I'm not much for using cavalry formations. I know I probably should do, because obviously there's like charge whereas melee attack, but it decreases acceleration and melee defense. But for you know, attacking the right points, the wedges and what have you are very effective. It just, as you guys know, I'm not exactly the world's greatest cavalry commander here, so it's just kind of one of those other things that I often forget to do. But I mean, there is a kind of an advantage to not keeping them in a formation, which means that you can easily kind of, as you can see what I'm doing here, easily change the actual line formation of the cavalry on the fly. You can easily move them around. So we've got reinforcements coming in the back here now. I've only just got here, so my cavalry should be able to swoop in behind these guys with the chariot. So we're going to do that now. And they're still unseen by the enemy just yet. We're going into more forest, so they may not catch us there either. Numidian cavalry over here.
Units have been discovered.
And we're trying to bring down the enemy general over there. Oh, that had to hurt. That really did have to hurt. Okay, and I'm going to pull my slingers back now to hit. We're now going to go in with my chariots. My cavalry's going to go in here against the skirmishers.
Our general is under attack.
Form up a shield wall just against these guys here. And the enemy's been slowed down. Then obviously the state's not going to kill the cavalry there, but they're getting slowed to come on through. And we're mopping up at the back quite nicely. Send my chariots up against the cavalry because actually they will do a reasonable amount of damage there.
The men are wavering.
And support them with some cav. Oh wow, these guys are being destroyed. Okay, wow. Okay, they just destroyed my whole sword band. As have these guys, the javelin men. Wow, okay, we need to push out on these guys. I can't stay back here.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
I can't leave these guys back here. I thought I could, you know, let them come to me. But wow, yeah, that was what a mistake of a maker. Let's bring them all down. And I really need to stop these ballistas firing on my own men here because that's going to kill a lot of them. I'm hoping now that we've caught the enemy, but we've lost a unit or two there, which is obviously not great. My slingers are going for it though, which is useful. Oh, don't go through the stakes. I don't know if that affects you or not.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Go after them there, guys. Going after the tribal slingers over here. And we're engaging up against the rest of the troops. Trying to get my spear band now, engaging the enemy. There we go. I'm quite surprised they did so much damage. That noble cavalry. They are dangerous, those skirmishers. But thankfully, this sword band will gain revenge on those that they lost, along with the support of my chariots, and they've gone.
The enemy's hidden units.
And if we can kill a general here, that'd be great too. We need to keep on moving up with my cavalry here, otherwise they're going to get decimated. Just form up here with these guys. Get to the flanks. Push up with my slingers now as well. See if my ballista will fire on their noble infantry up here just for a little bit. Sword band took a mighty fine beating. And I can now turn my cavalry in and get these guys here. I've lost my veteran riders in the process. We're now pushing. I was just getting everyone into formation. We lost another unit there. And now ballistas, you can stop firing again. Frenzy with all these guys if they haven't already. But we should be able to have this because we're coming in with a cavalry from the back. And we're just pinning everyone at the front now. Everyone's getting stuck in up here. Slingers firing and going for it. And those guys aren't going to chase for too long, so I'm just going to bring these guys down behind the enemy now. Enemy general's dead, that's what I like to hear. Frenzy with these guys as they come on down. These guys are going to charge into the flanks. This should finish the enemy forces here, even though they're noble infantry. They're going to go down. I've now charged in with cavalry against these javelin men. My chariots are whipping through the javelin men up there, and we're turning it around. Again, these guys don't have the perhaps something of the like the armor of the no, we're going to continue this. The armor of the chosen units there, which is why I was perhaps maybe quite surprised that the enemy noble cav took these guys down so much. But we're now going to charge in with cavalry from one side, swords from the other. This really should slaughter this unit, and slingers are just tearing everyone apart in there.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Well, that'd probably be my slingers. I think we've got a fair few of the enemy there. killed a lot. Chariots have got 423 kills. How about these guys? My heroic riders 318, although taking a fair bit of friendly fire there from the old slingers. Let's get them out of the mix. That's it, slingers. Just tear apart these guys, not my own cab, please. Yeah, heavy losses. I'm hoping, though, we've taken out enough of the enemy so we can just move on in next turn. But yeah, that was a hard-fought battle, perhaps shifting towards me getting too used to my chosen units, and then when we don't have a unit of them in a battle, it does show these guys are a little bit weaker. So we lost half our men, basically, in this. But we did destroy all bar the last 300 of the enemy there. There was a lot of friendly fire there. That was the ballista going in and my slingers. Have to be careful on that one. And yeah, we completely lost that veteran rider unit, unfortunately. But the chariots proved their worth. They did rather well. 329 with heroic riders. And the spears across the line as well, doing quite well. Okay, yeah, so just those that we lost entirely. If that's all we're going to lose, I can take that. We'll replenish up the rest. Yeah, did not see those guys over on the right there. Obviously, I'm sure you guys were screaming at your screens, but you guys have the power of hindsight. I don't. And also, when you're trying to zoom in and commentate at the same time, it's not as easy as it looks. Give it a go. I dares you. Right, we're going to go for heroic riders or heroic nobles. I'm going to go for heroic riders, actually, with this dude. This is Eborikos' vanquishers. We're going to go... Oh, wow. One of them I'm really going to piss everyone off, and the other one I'm really going to piss off. Let's go for you for now. I haven't even checked. How are we doing? We're at 74%. That's fine. Secure promotion. I haven't done this for a while. Because you can still get civil wars, even if your faction's really strong. The idea behind the civil war mechanic is that if your faction gets too strong, you get threatened by the lower parties. They all want to weaken your power, and if you are too weak, the more powerful factions want to eliminate you entirely, so you can't threaten them. So either way, you're pretty screwed. The noble stags, I like that. I like the name of that. The Baratheons. And unfortunately, they still have a fair few units here. And I've only got half my movement range, and I'm not going to be able to replenish up here. So actually, I'm going to take the option to withdraw for now, and I'm going to pull back to Lepcis with this army. We'll need everyone to replenish up, and I don't have the forces to go in there. Thankfully, we've got this army though, and so we will just attack with these guys next turn. A true chosen army. I guess the way I have to go is going to be 2 turns, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll pull these guys. It shows they're a bit dated now against the enemy forces we're fighting. Probably need to. Unfortunately, you can't upgrade them or like retrain them and upgrade like you do with the Roman units. But they'll be fine. We'll use them probably more as a garrison force somewhere, kind of like how I've used these guys over here. But they are the ones that won me the early victories, and I can't forget that. And they may well be needed again. This army here, though, Corsentia. Is ready to go, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's good to go actually. So I'm actually going to bring these guys down as well. Well, actually, I say that. Do I really need to? Probably not, because I'm already swarming over a lot of these guys. So to be honest with this army, then I am. Oh, it could well, it could go against Brundisium. That's why I'm holding it here. That's why I'm leaving it here. For the Getuli. I keep thinking I could send it north, but actually no, we've got the Getuli to finish off first. Have a look at diplomacy though. The Garamantia, they have a force or a settlement over here in Libya, which I'm going to need to get through, which I don't think I can get through. Otherwise I'm going to have to ask these guys for military access. And they're not exactly friendly with me right now. Oh, high chance of trade though.
My appetite for feasting is entirely fled.
Feasting. Okay, I'm glad you said feasting there. It sounded like something else when you first started, dude. Military access. No, I'm not going to get it. Okay. What about
Greetings, my friend.
military access?
Greetings.
No,
I
military
tingle with
access.
anticipation of your noble and worthy words.
Okay, no. Well, might have to let the Garamantia escape over here. Although perhaps we could threaten them into kind of client statehood here.
Am I always to be disturbed by foreigners?
Oh no, we can't make them do that.
If it is alms you want, talk to my major domo.
Okay, they can't afford that. Can't afford that.
Save your gold. Sooner or later, you will need a lavish funeral. I am told wedding mourners are expensive.
There we go. Make peace with them for 4k, because we can't really push much more against them with the Nasamonis there. So this army then has pushed as far as it can go, so it can now descend on Lepcis as well. Or, you know, we can start pulling it back. Let's just have a look at public order here. It does need it there for a few more turns. But this army then, in which case, will probably bring it back over here, and we're going to start getting ready now to attack the Gatuli, which really, their armies are not where they should be. They're all over the place, disorganized, and not in good standing. They're all going over towards Sparta, because they're just like, oh, look, Sparta! I'm getting very excited for all the wrong reasons. Right, I need to find out where... I think I've just pushed so many armies this way. Okay, and I can't move out with that one this time. I'm just going to end it there. We've got a lot of money left over, but right now I don't think there's much I can spend it on. Have a look over my provinces soon. Yeah, you're a good agent up here. Oh, we can upgrade the Warriors Hold and the Grove. Cinnabum, there were 2 bronze forges which you guys told me about, and I've changed one of them to a goldsmith for more income in the region. I'm not going to upgrade this, the fishing port, though. We discussed that last time, why that would be a bad idea. Public order, so on the edge at the moment. Upgrade that, though. Okay, I think that's the rest of my empire's all good, and actually we spent the rest of the money there. That's all okay. So, with that battle there, I'm not going to be able to take Lepcis just yet, but we're bringing in a chosen force that should have whittled the enemy forces down quite nicely. As long as I can recover the majority of that force, which I should be able to do this turn, then we're good. They can take Thapsus and hold it, which means I can bring an army back ready to attack the Gatuli. Sparta's taken back Brundisium, and I'm hoping that Gatuli will take it back. So I'm actually, you know, I'm not going to declare war on them just yet because I don't want their focus split, but I'm going to start getting my armies surrounding them so I can claim their provinces, because they're only allied to me. They're pretty isolated now because I've taken a lot of territory around them. There's no real place for them to expand by, you know, grabbing these odd settlements against Sparta and what have you. I hope they do go and attack Sparta at least, because otherwise they are going to pull back for the defensive. But they do have, I mean, they've got plenty of armies floating around. Come on, Gatuli, use them. They're only Spartans. You did it once, right? You can do it again. And the Garamanti are now my peaceful neighbours. Oh, and these guys want a peace treaty. No, I can kill you, and I want to kill you. You will die. The Garamantia were lucky enough to have the Nasamonis in between them and where I want to go, and I don't feel like declaring war on the Nasamonis just yet. So for now, they can have peace. Assassination attempt, but we survived. Druidus strict. The mighty Spartans. There we go. Actually, there's not to worry about at all because they've gone for periorikoi spears rather than plenty of hoplites and pikes. They've only got a few there. And they've got some javelin men, mercenary Thracian cavalry as well. Mercenary hoplites in there. I wouldn't be worried about them too much. Silly Gatuli. You really do need to attack, but then again, The vengeance of Atlantis looks a bit threatening. Creating everything there, right. This army can actually move out. And these guys can move into Thapsus. And they'll start getting replenished as well. There we go, nicely replenished. And Carthage, actually, with this army would be a lovely place to go for. You know what, let's build a harbour here. And what's the culture like? Well, I assume it's not Celtic, no. So we need Tautatis over here. And we're just going to go for fields. Move this army to the border for now. And we'll get ready to attack momentarily. These guys over here, they are getting happier. And again, we're going for more Tautatis for the conversion rate there. Field and Barbarian Village. And I can just about move this army out. They're going to be negative for a little while, but they're going to be okay. I'm not going to push in towards Lepcis. I'm actually going to pull these guys all the way back this way so we can go against Cthulhu over in the west. This army here, we're going to land and attack. Be doing that next turn unless they come toward us. Let's have a look at their forces. They've all kind of replenished up from last time, but I think they're pretty beat. They're pretty beat still. And with a chosen army as well, with all this cav, we should be able to butcher the enemy quite nicely, which is obviously good news. Spent our money pretty much for the turn. Those guys can chill there. How are we doing with recruitment up here? Just 2 more turns to go until I've got everyone that I want. We've got some chariots in there because obviously I don't have access to any other cavalry just yet. Got the Druid Temple with painted ones in this army for now, but we will probably throw some in there at a later date. Let's go to tactical view. Yeah, so we're getting ready. So this army here is probably going to push and take Tingingius, and then we'll push down the coast to Migdol. The army that I have here positioned will take out Carthage. I'll swing this army that I'm building over here to take out Tarraco, and then either this army here at Corsentia will either take out Brundisium if it's been taken back by the Cthulhu, or it will push in against Lilybaeum, or I've got another army there. So we're all getting ready for the war against the Cthulhu now. I was going to do another end turn, so it's kind of been the war planning phase. Had a little scrap with my oh so lovely friends in North Africa. And while I did win, it did force me back a little bit, because it just took a lot of losses there with all their javelin men. It's hard to soak that up and not come away with a few injuries there. So let's see how we all do through the end turn phase. But we're pulling everyone back. Thapsus, that army is now replenishing, so that'll be fine. That I can hold Thapsus and probably act as my army of the east to hold that point and put down any incursions that happen immediately while I can bring the rest of my other armies back. Similarly, I have a similar army in Syracuse at the moment, which acts just to defend that sort of eastern point of my empire at the moment, and can easily deploy to a number of settlements on the coast should I need it to, and just hold the enemy back while I bring back my more powerful chosen armies. And let's see what these guys are up to. Not going to come out and attack me. Okay, that's good. That means I can just storm on in there next time and take it for myself. They're actually going to fortify themselves, which is interesting. Increase in rank, my War Maiden. Good to hear. And a general has died, so we have to bring a new general in. Elder Chiefs. Let's go for you. And apparently you're not going to incur any wrath. Oh, you must be the... You must come back from being wounded. You're a statesman. Heroic riders, please. And you go into the Woad Warriors. Ah, very nice. With a statesman that I already had, so I don't need to worry about him too much. My druid and my war maiden, I know I need to upgrade. You're upgrading like crazy. Let's convert that and increase in rank. War maiden. Oh, that sucks. I can't go back to you. Well, actually, that's glitched out. Oh, great. Oh, no. It's locked up. Fantastic. Give me a moment while I try and sort this out. Okay, and we're back. We're finally back to the troublesome war maiden that caused all this, which is this one over here. And we're going to upgrade Valor or the War Dancer. Or add a new trait in entirely. I'm going to go for Valor upgrade. Motivated populace, that's good to know. Yeah, they're troubled, but they're going to be fine in a turn when everything sorts itself out. Honestly, you guys are going to be fine. I should probably bring my agent back, though. It's going to be quite useful to do. With this army, we're just going to bring it all the way over here and sit it at the border. Actually, we can probably bring it over to Cadria, so then we can march on them straight away. And this is the province capital, so we'll be able to attack their walls, which should be good fun. How can Isle take? Can Isle take some public order? Yes, it can. Yeah, it'll be fine there. Right. So with that sorted, I can finally do the last few moves that I wanted to do before we wrap up for now. And Sparta's left Brundisium undefended. They pulled out with their force. I think it's this one here, the 10,000. And perhaps the Gatuli, with this army here, can swoop on in and make it theirs.
How can I help?
We shall have to see.
Hail to the mother. The goddess will watch over us.
And just one more turn now, and then my chariot's done, and then that army's ready to go. So we'll be getting them into position soon. And these guys are replenished up here, but we have this army here ready to attack Lepcis. And you know what, let's finish these guys off. I was going to wait till next time to fight this battle, but screw it. Let's finish these guys off now. Let's continue what we started at the start of this part, with that battle over in the east, the eastern shore. Let's finish them off now with the Chosen. They've hurt our weaker brothers, and now the Chosen, the mighty, the strong, will descend upon the beasts of burden. So, a nice dry day on the battle map, and we have that deployable building, or rather, enterable building over there, which is always good fun. Know the deployment for this sort of map pretty well by now. Going with the spears here, and we can actually afford to leave the swords all on their own up here. They'll be fine. We'll be grouping the cavalry to support them up here anyway. And these cav down here are going to go straight in that gap there, and most likely attack lots of javelin men that will arrive on ships. Have no artillery this time, but that's fine. Today we don't need any. Back over this side to get my other cavalry units. I'm just going to charge them down here because we'll be able to hit these javelin men as they come on in. There's more reinforcements, but I'm thinking that once we get in here we can actually swoop in with the cavalry. We're going to destroy these guys. It's going to be very unfortunate for them because I think their infantry is all deployed up here, which is fine because that's where my strongest infantry is going. My Chosen swords. And actually the slingers can just form up here. And I'm just going to send one unit of cavalry up here. The other cavalry units are going to go straight in here against these guys. They're already going to be attacked a little bit, but in they go. Finish them off there. The slingers are going to be involved here, so I'm going to be just trying to be careful with my cavalry. We have to watch out for the tribesmen, so I'm just going to pull that cavalry out of there. Let the slingers just do a bit of damage to them. Pull that cavalry back because the tribesmen did launch quite an effective volley against these guys. I'm just going to push forward with the swords in kind of a big old block formation. Bring the cavalry around here into the main square to capture that. Bring these guys in over there. Quick reload, and we're now going to be bringing down these tribesmen rather quickly. There we go. Just being absolutely destroyed. And it's time to push in with my spears now. In come my cavalry, which is putting the main infantry body back. They throw a few spears before they get involved. It's frenzy with them. Frenzying with all of them. We're not going to headhunt just yet. Got my own targets for that. How are these guys here? They're all skirmishers by the tribesmen there. We've charged in against these guys here. We managed to avoid those tribesmen, which we can probably avoid for a little bit longer. But now we need to pull away with that cavalry, because the tribesmen are catching up. There they are. They're coming towards me. We can actually turn my cavalry back round and hopefully charge into the back of these spearmen very quickly.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And we can keep pushing against these guys here. Coming up against the enemy general now. Pull these guys away from the oh so lovely spearmen. Get these guys down on the beach again. These guys up here against more javelin men. And we're all going up against these guys here, whacking on the headhunt ability. They're facing the wrong way. And I can send some spears up the other way to attack them there. Pushing on in. Slingers could even get up on here as well. We'll try and put a few up there. Bring the rest of my slingers in. Guys, go after the rest of the javelins.
Our general is under attack.
There's another ship over here. Let's go. What have they got in there? Oh, noble infantry. We'll meet them with chosen swords. We finish these guys off here, I think. They're holding remarkably well, actually, despite charging him in both the front and the back. But my men getting stuck in there. There we go. The enemy breaks.
General is dead.
Enemy general's dead. Finish them off down on the beach here. Go after the javelin men that are up here.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
These guys are very tired, so they're actually running really slowly. They're exhausted, in fact. Because I've been running them everywhere, but they'll be okay. My cavalry should be able to deal with these guys coming up here. Just the noble infantry I need to worry about. We've captured the victory point, so we're all secure here, which is fine. I'll take those guys off the building now. And in my cav goes, forcing their way through. Even all that javelin fire, my cavalry just being able to mow through the ranks there. And we finally see that noble infantry appear. The javelin men have broken though. Pull my cavalry down this way though, away from the units, but they've broken. And we can just end the battle there. 243 of the enemy are lost. We killed 2,420 rather. Lol. Forget my thousands. And so as you can see, the cavalry there just mopping up all across the board. 335. Well done to that heroic rider unit there. Absolutely destroyed the enemy. And that will be Lepcis for the Iceni. And we will raise. And that's the enemy pushed back. Their fleet pushed back a little bit. We'll sally out and finish them off next time. They'll probably try and raid me a little bit. Or something like that. Let's just convert it straight over to a port here. Build up these slums. And we're good to go. And that's where I'm going to wrap it up for now, guys. So we've taken that other province there. We just need to actually kill those guys and then they're dead. But next time we can actually pretty much push on the Getuli. It doesn't matter if they don't take back Brindisium. We'll probably be at war with Sparta at some point soon anyway, but for now they can stay there. Be mopping up the Getuli, and then all of this region down here will be blue. And then we will march north and then east into Germania. So as always, hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter for all the updates to my channel and all the fun that happens there. Easiest way to contact me as well. And I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.